The election of 1844 was a heated debate between James K. Polk and Henry Clay. Clay had been an unsuccessful presidential candidate 5 times. Polk opened his own law practice when he was just 25. They were both great candidates, but one eventually had to receive more than half the nation's votes and win the election. Henry Clay Sr. was born into a relatively wealthy family on April 12, 1777, in Hanover County, Virginia. His father owned 22 slaves, making them a part of the planter class, those owning more than 20 slaves. Clay had 8 siblings and was the 7th of a total of 9 children. He began his legal career in 1797 and married his wife, Lucretia Hart, a few years later in 1799. He started his political career a little after discontinuing his legal work. He was appointed to the Senate in Kentucky in 1806 and served for a little more than 2 months. In 1807, Clay was elected Speaker of the Kentucky State House of Representatives. In 1810, he was selected by the legislature to serve as a judge on the United States Circuit Court for 14 months. Clay was named the Great Compromiser because of his experience negotiating several disputes while Speaker of the House. He was also a war hawk, leader of the Whig Party, and Secretary of State under John Quincy Adams. He died on June 29, 1852. James Knox Polk was born on November 2, 1795, in a log cabin in Mecklenburg, North Carolina. He was the oldest of 10 children. When he was very young, he and his family moved to Tennessee, where his father became a land surveyor, planter, and businessman. Polk got sick frequently as a child. When he was just a teenager, he survived surgery for removal of urinary stones and was given only brandy as a sedative. Polk was a top student and studied law at the University of North Carolina. He graduated in 1818. In 1820, he opened his own law practice and was admitted to the bar that same year. He entered politics in 1823 and was later elected to the House of Representatives in Tennessee. In 1824, he married Sarah Childress. Polk died on June 15, 1849. John Tyler, who had been vice president under William Henry Harrison and had taken his place when Harrison died, expected to run for another term in 1844. He was expelled from the Whig Party in 1842, however, so he was not allowed to be in the election. Because of his long career in politics, Henry Clay was well known and was one of the best-loved politicians of his day. During the election, the Whigs asked, "Who is James K. Polk?" to taunt the Democrats. The Democrats argued against Clay's moral character. Both Polk and Clay were slaveholders, and they discussed the issue of slavery. In the end, Polk received 170 electoral votes and 1,337,243 popular votes, and Clay received 105 electoral votes and 1,229,062 popular votes. Polk was named the dark horse of the election, meaning he wasn't expected to win, but gained enough votes near the end to become president.